My name's Jake, and I found a bunch of pornographic magazines inside a dead man's house. Not just any old magazines, Australian softcore pornography from the early 90s. Now, me and my little mate Pete want to invite you to have a look at some pretty rude stuff with us. So hold on to your stiffies, everyone, and welcome to Smut Club 1990. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Smut Club 1990. My name's Jake Smith, and I'm joined, as always, in the shed out the back of Mum and Dad's house by my very horny compatriot. It's young Peter James. How are you, buddy?
Hello, Jake. I am very excited to be back once again. I cannot tell if I'm at a cheese and wine night or a jerk-off session with my friend because I'm seeing a lot of blue vein, baby. I'm ready to get horny with my boys. How have you been, Jake?
I've been very well, mate. Been very well. It's coming up to the end of semester 2, term 4. It's good. Report card time, mate. I'm fine. I'm not really stressed about this shit. I'm
feeling good. Doing well on your numbers and your letters.
Yeah, man. Always numbers, mate. I'm all fucking ticked up here. It's always numbers for me. I got it. I'm gonna ace grade 7. Give me fucking college ducks in the bag, baby. I ain't got fuck.
Well, yeah, it's not just us in the shed as usual here, Jakey. We have a very special friend joining us along, ready to get horny alongside us, and he's a very cool guy from my school, actually, and he's agreed to take a break from selling Freddo frogs at lunch to be here, 50 cents a pop. He's losing money to get horny with his boys. Luka Muller, how are you, mate?
Good, boys. Yes, shame to put down the trade for a day, but you just got to get horny with the fellas.
Mate, I hope you can afford to go on that cricket trip. I'm really rooting for you.
Also, I love how as soon as I pressed record and did the intro, I'm like, we didn't explain to Luca that we're school children. And I'm just
Did the Legionnaires hats not give it away, mate?
Fun roleplay, boys. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So look, Mum and Dad left the house. You're joining us now. We've got this porno here, mate, and I think it's time to flick through it and get a little stiffy going on here. Luca, do you remember the first time? Do you have memories of looking through pornos after school, like being naughty boys? Or
yeah, but not as many magazines. I'm sure you guys have stumbled across this theme in earlier episodes of your podcast, but the theme of finding a porno in the woods. You would have talked about this, I assume, for some reason, a uniquely Australian, relatable thing to go through. So,
well, you're talking about you'll be at the creek or something like that, and someone will have stashed one under behind a bush or something. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Why do we do that?
And it's filthy. I remember that, finding one down at the bike jumps, a hustler, I believe, and just being
BM triple X.
And honestly being disgusted by it. I think we were too young to we were interested in girls in sort of a vague way, but didn't really understand it. And then to go straight from that at maybe 11 years old to hey, look inside of this pussy and see if you can see out of her mouth is how it felt. And it was so overwhelming and it was too much.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I similarly, I remember that's a distinct jump. Hey, when you're looking at the Zoo magazines. I think I remember actually seeing The Picture magazine when I was 13. The guy, the kid who lived up the road went to a different school, but quite literally, his mum would go out and be like, look through this shit. I'm like, all right, this is kind of naughty. But then the first time, when you see the proper porn, the X-rated, and you're not ready for it. You're like, no, this isn't. Are they hurting each other? Is that okay? What bit's that?
I remember my first. I remember my first sort of little interaction. I don't think I've spoken about this before with you, Jake, but there was it was a bunch of us guys that would hang around after school or whatever, and there was this guy in our street that was a couple of years older than us, and he got more computer time than we did.
Jesus.
And he changed the guy's house, he changed the desktop screensaver to just a fully exposed, gaping woman.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't know how to change it, and it was so hectic. It just going ah! And then you look at it more and you'd start to kind of accept it and get used to it, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's all right.
Fucking hell. Yeah, too much. Mate, but the thing with this magazine here, Luca, is that even though it's marketed as a Australian softcore pornographic magazine, it's very popular at truck stops back in the day.
Oh, yes.
It's actually mature rating, so not your X-rated.
Okay.
So you weren't you won't see any full frontal in it. It could be sold to 15-year-olds and above.
Just in case there's any 16-year-old prodigy truckers out on the road who needs some relief.
on their L's.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. But look, it seems to be like 20% of it is porn. So when we started this, we were like, okay, we're going to be reading through. This is going to be smutty every single episode. I think we're on a real hot streak for no smut at the moment, Pete. It's
been so long between chuzies that it's getting ridiculous.
It's insane. So we, in full transparency here, listeners. Well, when we started this, we said we're going to go do this whole magazine cover to cover, but we are running out because a lot of this is just ads, and they are not funny. I have had a look, and they're not funny. So this is probably going to be, I think, one of our third or fourth last episodes on this magazine. But don't fear, because I have two more up my sleeve. Now, this one today, I think you're really going to love this one. I've very, very briefly perused through it, very briefly, but I have not read it, and it looks like it's just absolute horse shit.
I don't know what you're talking about saying this podcast isn't so horny these days. This is one of the horniest PDFs I've ever laid my eyes upon. This is incredible.
Also, when you're reading this, I know this is the only page that you've seen of it, but this is in a magazine that you buy to fucking wank to. And then that's what's insane. You can never forget this, even because you just see the one page, but in the whole context, this is something like that pops up in between coming. And
Are you trying to insinuate, Jake, that when you go onto Pornhub, you don't type in "old man drinking a beer" into the search bar? Because that's what we're looking at today, baby.
Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, it is. Look, at first glance here, I mean, it does what it says on the tin, really. It says here, Brit Brewery honours Grog-A-Lot Grandad. And we've got a picture here. There's 3 pictures on the page, which I'll describe. There's a large glass mug that's engraved, and then it has 2 pictures of the oldest cunt in the world. It looks rather Inspector Gadget-ish, if he'd fallen on hard times in terms of the bottle. He's obviously fucked. Yeah, can barely focus his eyes. Anyways, I think we'll take it from the...
Mate, when we opened this up, I thought it was the obituaries or something. I was like, oh, this is all like the fucking dead readers that wanked themselves to death over the course of this magazine.
Rest in peace to our biggest fan,
Albert. All right, here we go. I'll start this one. We'll take some turns reading it. Interrupt wherever here. Now, a 92-year-old heroic grandfather who drank 110,760 beers and 155,090 malt whiskies in his lifetime has been given a special award by a grateful local brewery. And that award is a new beer mug.
Can I just say, I reckon just looking at this guy, I don't think he can remember how many days there are in the fucking week, let alone how many beers he's had in his whole life. 110,760. What an arbitrary number to have picked.
Luke has just dropped out. Let's just bring him back in. Hold on.
Oh, I just thought he was very politely smiling.
Hey, buddy. You froze on the most polite smile, and both me and Pete were like, because it looked like you were just like this.
I like said a gag, and I'm like, oh, he didn't like it, but he's nice about it.
Yeah, the crowd was good, man. They were smiling a lot. Not big laughers, but they were nice, They were nice. All right,
Okay.
I'm back, boys. Sorry, I think I was getting taken down by the government for being too horny on this podcast.
Stiffy's fucking with the 5G.
All right, I'll take it from the top again. So it says a 92-year-old heroic grandfather who drank 110,760 beers and 155,090 malt whiskies in his lifetime has been given a special award by a grateful local brewery. Jesus. And that award is a new beer mug. Any thoughts there, gentlemen?
That seems like an awful lot of beers. Sorry to state the obvious, but that's fucking heaps of beers, right?
That's so many beers, but I'm just gonna.
Yeah, did you do the maths?
I've got a calculator here, and the most fucked thing about this magazine is before we start recording, I always get the calculator out because I'm like, they're going to throw out something fucking bogus. So 110,000. Sorry to hit the numbers this early on, boys, but I told you it is my forte.
That is like the calculator I had in like grade 4 as well. What the fuck are you doing with that?
It's what I use. I don't have a numpad on my MacBook. All right,
bust out the abacus, you old fuck.
Okay, so let's say if he's 92 years old, he's had 110,760 beers, and let's say he's been drinking since he was 18, as is the legal age.
I reckon take the 1 off the front of that and make it 8.
Okay, so let's say 82 years. All right. So that means he's having 1350 per year divided by 52. Look, that's still 25 a week of beers.
From
right, so
8 till 92. And that's just beers. That's not accounting the... It shocks me that it's more malt whiskies. Why is it like so many more malt whiskies?
So he's having on average already, this is how much of a pisshead this is, assuming that this 92-year-old cunt, okay, started drinking when he was 80 years old, we're going conservatively. He's had 3.7 beers per day alongside an astounding, and I'm so sorry to do this, boys, but we need to get to the bottom of this. Okay, 82 divided by 52 divided by 7, and he's backing it up with 5.2 whiskeys per day. So this cunt...
Jesus.
Likes to drink.
Man.
And he's 92. Like, how old was this guy going to live if he didn't shave 30 years off his life by having like a brewery's worth of piss every day?
I am an extreme pisshead, but this is unbelievable.
And he's a grandfather. He's got 2 generations of children. How did his balls ever produce healthy enough sperm that could ever grow into a functioning adult who could also then produce their own kid? This guy's just shooting like sea salt fertilizer out of his pee hole.
He comes in 30 mil pores.
Yeah.
No shots after midnight, boys. You would have to honestly, like, being the woman that his wife, I assume at the time. Fuck, you'd have to choose your window to get that dick hard. If he's knocking back minimum 5 whiskeys a day and has done so for, like, at that point, like 30 or 40 years in, do you know what I mean? You're like, Jesus Christ, we got like a 5-minute window before it's just fucked again.
I reckon it's like an annual window, and it's like one day a year when the sun and the moon are in the right place, he can get it done.
like those fucking flowers in the Amazon that bloom once every 10 years.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he's got a stiffy, quick, jump on it! Albertard, fuck! All right.
The local paper runs around. Hey, Albert's got a stiffy, everybody.
extra real. Oh, forget about it. No, it's all good. He's come. Sorry. So what I like here is the special award that they've given him for, I mean, again, I'm so sorry, but let's just say that amount of piss, 110,760 beers and 155,090 malt whiskies, let's say even if it was at an average drink price of $2.50, because we're going back a little bit. Hold on. That means he has spent, fucking hell. Just talk among yourselves here. Listeners, you're back on the Numbers podcast. Oh, mate.
8 out of 10 autistic people does countdown.
Look, he's spent the better part of over $500,000 at least at that. So you're spending like it'll be way more than that. I'm just trying to go conservatively, and you get a fucking engraved mug. Like, how filthy would you fucking be?
Oh, yeah. This is nothing. I remember I used to work at like a golf club that had pokies and stuff. And if someone's pouring money into the pokies, the people are like, give them every free drink, free meals for a week, give them every stubby holder, like piece of promo behind the bar, fucking hook them up. This guy must be such an annoying prick if this is all he gets.
Yeah, engrave a mug. Fuck him. Now, it says, since he began drinking 71 years ago. Oh, fuck. I should have read ahead.
No, we should have read ahead one sentence.
All right, boys.
Go back to the calculator.
Oh, gee. We're not doing it again. He's a pisshead.
So he was, 21? He really was. He was a man of moderation in his younger years.
Yeah, he loved piss, but he respected the law.
Since he began drinking 71 years ago, vintage piss artist. I love that.
Piss artist. That's a different thing, I'm pretty sure.
Vintage piss artist Albert Clarke of Wolverhampton in Pommyland. Now, this I will have to say here. They love calling them Poms. They have previously called England Pomgolia, which I love.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the first instance of Pommyland. So I'll go again. So vintage piss artist Albert Clarke of Wolverhampton in Pommyland has never missed one day's booze guzzling due to ill health. And he still sits on the same stool in the pub every noon and enjoys 5 beers and 7 whiskies before he leaves at 3 p.m.
Oh, wow. Fucking hell. 3 hours worth, 5 beers, 7 whiskeys. That is a vintage piss artist.
That is
Yeah, they don't fucking make them like that anymore, do they, boys?
sturdy. Oh, Jesus Christ. What do you reckon he does when he gets home? Reckon it's pleasant in the old Clarke household?
I reckon when Albert gets home, he gets back to his wife and says, "This dinner's cooked perfectly."
I reckon everything.
You enjoy a peaceful night. I'll be off to bed. I won't bother you anymore. Thank you for dinner.
There are no insinuations of my behaviour based on the singlet of which I am wearing. Off to watch Antiques Roadshow. Thank you so much.
Talking about responsible service of alcohol, like if you get to ply people with that much piss, good on you. But don't do it when you're going to release them back out into the day.
He's doing casual hours but doing full-time work. That's what's going on here.
But mate, let him out at midnight. When he can't stumble into a bin on the way home, that's fine. You let him out at 3 p.m. All right. Do you reckon they just hear the school fucking bell? Oh, school's out. Rightio. Let's let him out into the wild.
Should we check he's wearing anything under the trench coat? Nah, get him out there.
At least you know it won't be hard, whatever it is. So how much damage can he do?
Fucking hell.
Do you want to take it from here, Peter? Hero Albert?
Yeah, absolutely. Hero Albert firmly believes that if you want to live, not very firmly, believes that if you want to live long, you must mix your drinks.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Here's a quote from Albert. It is the combination of beer and whiskey that keeps me healthy. The breezy boozer boasted with a belch. Alliteration, ding, ding, fucking ding, dog. Yeah, they fucking love a bit of alliteration in this magazine. Anyway, continuing on. To mark Bert's historic achievement and services to boozing, his local brewery presented him with a choice of crystal pint tankard and a whiskey tumbler set.
A choice? I thought they'll kind of stooge him again.
Fucking one
like,
or the other,
you can
mate.
have this or this. It's like, can't have earned both easily. Oh, that's nice. I guess a crystal pint tankard, that's pretty good. Maybe it's not as shit as I thought. Continue on.
It's
Peter.
not exactly. I still don't think it's worth doing. It's not like a tankard you're finding in a fucking cave that's guarded by
Yeah.
It's not like some crazy high value. It's still just a fucking glass mug, really.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see his family when he finally dies just fucking throwing this mug into the nearest river. Like, please, let's forget this man and the horrible plague he brought to our lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Mrs. Clarke and Mrs. Clarke, you forgot your grandfather's mug, and it's like, hold on, sorry, we're enjoying this party.
Yeah.
Please
What
don't
did he leave
interrupt
me in
us.
the will? Any of the $500,000 he spent on piss? No. One glass with his fucking stupid name engraved into it.
Okay, so what do we got here? Let's go from In Fact. Bert's
Oh yeah.
Brewery.
Do you want to read from this point, Luca?
Oh, I'd love
bold?
to have a little read. In fact, this part's in bold for some reason. In fact, Bert's Brewery even engraved his name on the beer mug so that nobody, not even Bert, could forget who the Butte mug belongs to. Oh my god. This magazine.
I reckon. Sorry, I reckon even engraved. I reckon he's forgotten whose fucking mug that is.
Who the
I reckon
fuck
he's
is
forgotten
Albert
his fucking
Clarke?
name.
He looks at the thing and he's like, "Surely I've had more beers than this Albert Clarke cunt. I should get one of these."
Yeah, halfway through a pint, looks down and goes, cover it up. Jesus, if this Albert Clarke fella finds out I'm drinking his pint, I'm going to be in big shtuck.
Yeah, him to his wife. Who is this Albert Clarke bloke I keep seeing engraved onto every piece of dishware in our house? Who is he? Does he drink more piss than me? I don't fucking think so.
I reckon that's probably the instigator of a lot of the arguments when he gets home post 3 p.m.
Yeah,
Comes and goes, who the fuck's Albert Clarke?
Where is he? Is he in the fucking cupboard? I'll kill him. I'll fucking kill him.
Why is his picture on the wall posing with you at our marriage? Hey?
You'll never have what we have. His dick will never be as soft as mine. No way.
Continue on, Luka.
When the picture called on him at his local, the kindly old codger shouted our reporter a beer and a whiskey chaser. And then another one and another one. Crikey, could that old trooper drink? Wow, what a generous guy.
Nice fellow.
I used to only drink beer, but then I started drinking whiskey as well. Yeah, we know. That was 50 years ago. And if anyone tells you that drinking bulk piss... Oh, hang on, I'm behind the little zoom in thing here. Oh my God, he's addressed our concerns.
Yes!
If anyone tells you that drinking bulk piss makes it hard to get a hard on, they're talking bullshit. Yes. Because
How about this guy? He knew that he was going to have to defend his stiffy from the grave.
I'm getting out in front of this one.
He's like, there are 3 little wormy comedians going to do a podcast in 2021. Going to be chatting mad shit about this Grog-A-Lot Grandad's hard on, and I'm not fucking going to stand for it.
This old cunt. So this was published in 94. He was 92 when this came out. So he was born in 1902. Jesus Christ. He would have been 118 by now.
I can't help
fucking hell. But he's not. He's fucking dead.
You know how often, like, if you're looking back at historical record of something or, like, historical record of, like, soccer World Cup, shit like that, there's always a gap in around, like, the 1930s because a big thing happened in Europe. I can't help but notice there's no gap in this guy's piss-sinking resume. He's just draft dodging back in fucking Wolverhampton. Because he would have been pretty...
Yeah, that is crazy. So, hang on. What 71 years from 1994? What's that, Jake? Do your quick little fucking...
Oh, yep.
1923.
Dude, he started in the fucking Prohibition.
Wow.
Yeah. You're not going to tell me what to fucking do, cunts.
Thrill seeker. Wow, way. Because polishing off more than 250,000 drinks has turned Bert into a wrinkly bag of randiness. Fuck yes.
Oh, hello.
Oh, a dame comes to see me.
God. Doesn't he look it? He looks like a regular old Tom Jones fuck machine, doesn't he?
A dame.
Nothing hornier than elbow skin you poured water on after midnight and came to life.
Go on, Luka.
A dame comes to see me regularly. Okay, he revealed with a twinkle in his eye.
Oh.
As well as being a bar stud, Bert's also developed a surefire cure for bastard hangovers. Wow, nice bit of wordplay there from the picture. This win a Pulitzer. What's the future of this article? How did it go? Drink good quality port. Oh, so he's also having port. This is just his drinks he has not at the pub.
Oh my Lord. We have not factored this into the equation.
Drink good.
Yeah, not many people pre-drink for going home.
I reckon his wife does.
Yeah, down at the hospital putting an IV in some poor returned soldier. Just like, oh, he's coming home. I'm going to have a fucking brandy. Jesus Christ.
The pub's good, but the real party starts at our second bedroom because I'm not allowed into the main one anymore. VIP access only.
Yeah. A dame comes to see me regularly. She's like, I'm your fucking wife, Albert. What, you don't remember me?
Please stop drinking, cunt.
Hey, look at this hot dame.
As if I'd ever have a wife. I'm a bag of randiness. Drink good quality vintage port before bed, and as long as you haven't filled your belly with cheap wine, you'll be right, he advised. Bert has many interests in life besides drinking, including walking the half a kilometre to the pub and breathing and staying alive.
Can I?
Jesus Christ.
Can I also say how insane it is that like they're working through dot points here, and the dot points are like a little disabled wheelchair
What
man.
is
Like
that
it's
about?
not a dot.
Oh my God, they are.
Instead of a dot or a dash or a star, they've used a little wheelchair symbol.
And the first dot point's walking.
Yeah, because I reckon Albert, much like the Black Eyed Peas song, when he gets to the pub, he gets drunk.
Started. He gets started in here.
He gets it started. Yeah. Oh, God.
They released that song, not my fault.
So that's his interest. Walking
Alright.
the half a kilometre to the pub, breathing, and staying alive until he hits triple figures, i.e. 100. Thank you for clarifying that, Picture Magazine. When they said triple figures, I was like, a day? What are they referring to here?
This man's going to try to be 1 billion years old. You can't be 1 billion, Albert, you fucking idiot.
That is so fucking old, man. Good luck. And of course, he's done heaps of other stuff in his life, but tragically, we don't have time to go into the details. But do you have any final words of wisdom for your fans in Australia? Just get pissed, says Bert. And end of article. And it's not with a full stop, but with a big black square.
Part of me also feels like, the cunt's going to be dead soon. The words of wisdom were definitely wasted on Australians.
Oh, yeah.
But, hey, get pissed. Like, any other words of wisdom apart from what we're obviously going to be doing? Cunt?
Yeah, pretty across that one. Thanks, mate, actually.
Yeah, we kind of got that one covered. Also, I love that they go, look, we don't have time to go into the details. You did have time to say that he still can get his dick hard
Oh, yeah.
and that he's really horny.
Cover the important things. Those are the big FAQs, I would assume. How's that pecker? And
Yeah,
what else do you do?
yeah. All right, you got to mix beer and whiskey so you can live long. I still get my dick hard. Have port before you go to bed, like an insane person would. Also, leave the pub at 3 p.m. before it gets too busy.
Oh, my God. What's he do for a living, do you think, this guy, if he's keeping these hours?
Oh God, fucking hell! You'd have to be a nut. Yeah,
Yeah, he must be a shift worker.
That. He'd have. Yeah. How productive you reckon he is on those shifts? Man.
Yeah, what's Albert's workplace safety record?
I reckon he's doing a 24-hour-a-day shift for about 71 years of drinking piss. I don't think he's been doing much other work. He's got his long service. I don't know if this is useful information, but I just looked up Albert Clarke, Wolverhampton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And I can't tell if this is him or not, but it's a football player that played for the Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Oh, yeah.
In the years 1936 to 37.
Oh,
Could be. That does feel like
One
the era
night.
when they were like, oh, yeah, we just drink wine on the pitch, whatever.
Do you ever watch like old sports and they're like literally smoking and then the buzzer sounds and they walk on the court? Like the most insane thing. Sports from like the last 10 years it's been organised.
Yeah, yeah.
And then everything beyond that was like dudes that also were plumbers that were just sinking beers pre-game, smoking durries and then scoring
totally.
50 points against
How else am I going to feel
Mate,
okay
test
with
match
the
cricket.
Oh, yeah, true. It's just them like drinking themselves into being able to put up with the concussions and the fucking brain damage they're doing. Like, oh yeah, I got to have 10 beers before, otherwise I'll feel conscious of my ruining my future right now.
Whatever you said then, I reckon it was fucking hilarious. We
Thanks.
didn't hear any of it.
Thanks, boys.
You just dropped
it
out.
was.
Both of us are like, you know what? We reckon that's good. I reckon that would have been your internet's so choppy at the moment. Now's your time to slip in some hate speech because by the time this comes out, it'll be too late for me to edit. I'll be like, oh no, it's going in now.
I'll whisper some stuff for you to hear in the suite later.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I've also Googled. I don't really have many more things here for Albert Clarke. Wolverhampton, Purton, Codsall. Who knows? But the cunt's obviously dead now. So, farewell, I guess. Lovely stuff.
What is
All right, well, that is.
What's the, as an editor, what purpose are you putting that in the magazine for? You know what I mean? Is that to be blokes will connect over it. We love to sink piss, but we're not as bad as Albert. Or is it aspirational? Are you people see this and be like, man, I can up my piss intake fucking tenfold.
It's
what are you trying to get across?
It's strange because while it's a lighthearted article, there is of no substance to it.
No.
It's not informative. It's not heartwarming. It's not impressive. It's just quite literally, this old cunt is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And he got given a crystal glass.
Yeah.
And they did 500 words on it. Yes, it's lighthearted. If we weren't looking at it in the context of this podcast, I don't know what purpose this thing serves. Someone would have read this. It only works to rip it apart and say, how fucking dumb is this? Otherwise, could you imagine reading this and going, wowee, I'm entertained.
Yeah.
It's less than nothing. It's fucking mental.
Do you know what I reckon's happened? I reckon there's one of the editors at the magazine, Boxy, who we've met previously, has come into work one day and he's like, hey guys, my granddad loves the magazine, and he's been asking for ages to get in it. Is there anything we can write about him?
Yeah.
Does he do anything interesting?
Does he have any notable features? Let me think. Oh, he drinks about fucking 40 standard drinks every day between fucking midday and 3 p.m. Oh, yeah. Let's get this going. Let's fly someone out to Wolverhampton. Let's talk to this old cunt.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Or maybe the pitch was guys, my grandpa is 92. Dick still hard as fuck. Dick game on point. Doesn't matter how old he is. And they're like, I mean, we can include that in the article, but what else? What else?
I need to make sure that makes it in. Okay, he's gonna be very upset if he doesn't make it clear that his dick still gets hard. Okay.
He is gonna
imagine that's where the article started.
Yeah.
That's where the article started. They just had to keep on tacking stuff on until it was, okay, they've been sat there at the pub for him with hours. Be like, you come here often? But yeah, I've been coming here for 71 years. Thank Christ we've got a fucking article now. Otherwise, it's just going to be old man gets hard on. Fucking.
They should do a new segment
old
where you
man's dick still works.
Send a Polaroid of your grandpa's cock to see how hard it can still get. And they run a competition.
Oh my God.
Mate, Luka, we've still got 2 more magazines to go through. No spoiler alerts. Thank you very much. Hey, so they always undervalue the prizes too. In this thing, it's always hey, send us a picture of your granddad's limp Tockley and we'll give you the opportunity to potentially win $25 doonies in a fucking t-shirt with Darren Hamster on it. Oh, Darren Hamster, sorry, Luka it's a hamster that wears a fedora. He's the editor of some other articles in there which are all about animals. So I can't get into Darren Hamster right now, bro. We don't have time. I'm so sorry.
Mate, I hope that the picture, if it was continuing on, I would fucking love to be able to submit my grandfather's penis to prove how hard it can be, because rigor mortis is getting me some money, baby.
Jesus Christ! All right, boys. Well, that was very. I really enjoyed that article. I really did. That was quite funny.
Oh man, what a treat! What a treat! What a just batshit inclusion in what is meant to be a horny mag. The economy of pornos has really hit inflation, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
A picture
now
of
it's pure uncut. I won't even watch the fucking ad at the start of a porno. I'm skipping this shit immediately. And in this thing, you had to imagine if you had to read through it to come. Imagine if you're wanking, you're like, Jesus Christ, I want to have another wank. You're like, I've got to read about this fucking old cunt now. Like I imagine a trucker pulling out the reading glasses in the cab of the Mac, just be like, oh, that is quite a lot of whiskey.
Oh, by the way, Jake, I was thinking this before. I feel like you reading this has come at the worst time. Like, you might not know this, Luka, because you don't see Jake all the time, but he is absolutely... He's not a vintage pisshead. He's like a modern, new age sort of pisshead.
Yep.
And he's just switched over to mid-strength beers to better his life.
Oh, wow.
And he's just read an article about a man that has had 110,760, and the glimmer in your fucking eye is terrifying.
I'm going to head into the club early today, boys. I reckon I'm getting a couple of fullies under my belt and a couple of shots. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Doing the thing before, it was like, he's having 5 beers a day. I'm in Melbourne in lockdown right now. I'm like, that's pretty good, actually. He's keeping it in tight check, you know. This guy's having a bit of a health spell.
Yeah, he is healthy. Now, mate, you're due to be out of lockdown very soon, aren't you, my friend?
Dude, tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, if it all goes to plan.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Is it really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Or I guess technically the day after, but yeah, midnight tomorrow.
Yeah, but is it really free? You know, is it really free unless you're one of... What about all of us who are pro-choice on what goes into our bodies, Luka?
How free can you
Just
be?
because I don't want to be... Yeah. By the way, there is no podcast, buddy. This is a whole big fucking ruse, you sheeple cunt. Go stick the jab up your ass.
Oh no, pranked.
Man, these anti-vaxxers are getting extreme. They're faking podcasts to get the message across the line.
92-year-old heroic anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, the secret to a long life is beer, whiskey, and not accepting experimental hormones. Okay.
Yeah.
That's strange and ahead of its time. Oh my god. Yeah, nice. Well, congratulations. I'm happy, mate, that you'll be out of fucking lockdown.
Oh, it's fucking decent as.
Do you have
It's
any
so good.
plan? Anything you'd like to?
Oh, there'll be gigs happening.
Anything planned? Anything you'd like to plug?
Maybe check out Catfish Comedy in my room every Tuesday in Melbourne. That'll be back as of the 2nd of November. So if I can check that out, good times. Get around stand-up when it starts again in Melbourne.
Oh, absolutely.
And where can people catch you? You've got a podcast as well, don't you, mate?
Yes. All the socials. Got a podcast, Ooh Spooky. Got a podcast, Going Hypo. This is actually, you're the third part of a 3-pod record day. I did Spooky this morning, Hypo just after lunch, and now here we are. Just a fucking podcast addict, man.
Oh, way to save the last till last, mate. Appreciate that.
But yeah, follow
Fantastic.
socials. I'll probably be back in Queensland with these ding-dongs at some point as well, which will be fucking sick.
Absolutely. As soon as these borders open, come up. I need some fucking variety in my life. You could send up open micers from there if you like. I just need some fresh fucking faces, mate.
Yeah, mate, it's getting to the point running rooms up here that you're like, oh, fuck, headlining, Judy behind the bar. Are you
Mate, Luka, I emceed Peter's room in Cairns the other day. That's where we're at.
Wow.
I'm emceeing things now. What is going on?
A damning
Yeah,
indictment on the state of Queensland comedy.
he dressed like Chris Rock and did the whole thing in character. It was weird, but it was fun.
Hey, I did not dress like Chris Rock. I looked like Chris Rock, but my clothes were my own. Okay. So, guys, if you're listeners, if you're in Cairns, I know a lot of you are, you can go to Laughing Heart Comedy. That's Peter's room every Monday night in the Paramore Cabaret Theatre. Very good, very fun. I'll be back up there soon. Once again, emceeing it with James Donald Forbes McCann headlining on Monday,
yes.
November 22.
Oh, yes.
So come along. Say hello. If depending on the mood I'm in, I'll say hello back. Peter?
That's it. Thanks. No. If you're in Brisbane, of course, be sure to check out the Sit Down Comedy Club.
You fucking
running
asshole.
shows
You are a fucking
every
asshole.
single weekend. The only comedy club on Caxton Street. Honestly, they put out a quality product, and I love them. No, but go and see Good Chat Comedy Club Thursday, Friday, and Saturday shows. Not Saturday, sorry. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with the occasional Saturday. sometimes, every now and then. But go and see it, and I'll tell you what will be very exciting, Jakey. I'll be able to go and see it very frequently because as of 6 days' time, I will be jumping into a 98 Toyota Tarago, packing up my life, and living with you.
Yes.
My God. Congrats, guys. Very exciting.
I've
How
washed the
exciting.
spare sheets. I've washed the sheets in the spare room. There's previously been a dog sleeping on it, and in 6 days there will be a different dog sleeping on it. I'm so stoked to have you down here, you little fuck. Anyways, I look yeah, go on, sorry.
I was just going to say, thank you very much, fellas. The Datsun is fast approaching back into the shed, which means we have to put our little Tockleys away back into our stubby shorts and go back to school because it's 3 o'clock and Albert will be knocking off soon. And I'm scared to be out in public when he's roaming the streets. So, boys, thank you very much for another fun week. All the jizz is out of me. I don't know about you guys, but we will be back
all
next
come
week.
Oh, I'm drained.
With more good times.
Lovely stuff, boys. All right, catch you next week. Thanks, Luka.
See you, boys. Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks, mate. Bye.